What up, though? Just kidding. So, I haven't been feeling very good, and I'm sorry if you feel neglected. I'm just kidding. But I did want to make sure that I got you guys the information about the solar flare that's going to happen on December the 21st, because it is really important that you guys are prepared for that. Now, what this solar flare does for us collectively is it is going to activate planetary consciousness. Is going to activate a mass ascension. So we are in the phase of a mass awakening, as a lot of you are awakening, and I'm sure realizing that people are kind of coming to their senses, more than usual. I'm starting to find that a lot more people are tapping in, a lot more people are asking questions, and feel like things aren't making sense in life, in the world, in society. And that's a great thing. That's a great change that we're coming into. So this, it brings awareness of truth and of light and of divinity and of purpose. So it's really important that we do prepare ourselves for this. I know that it's real because firsthand experience when it comes to these shifts in the universe and cosmically. On the 8th of August, there is what is called Leo's Lionsgate portal. Now, what this does is this is going to project you into your awareness if you are open for that. And, when that happened in August, I was unaware of this special day or window of opportunity, but I have been very tapped in. So that definitely did project me further into my abilities. It gave me more strength in my abilities, in my intuition, in my clair abilities. And I didn't prepare for that, but I was very in tune and tapped in. So I know that did something for me because on that day, I was doing a reading for somebody, and I'm 100% sure, without a doubt, that when I tapped in for that reading, I caused a block outage. So on that day, very late in the day, I did a reading. When I tapped in, did my little spiel that I do before my readings, calling on my higher self, guides, ancestors, Christ, as well as the person I was doing the reading for. I had my eyes closed, and it was an amazing, just, my eyes were closed. I'm doing the reading. Well, I'm preparing for my reading. I'm calling in on, my guides and myself and God, and doing the same for the other person. And my eyes were closed, and it was like two extremely bright lights suddenly came to my vision of closed eyes. And it was like they literally, like, it's hard to explain. It's like two trains on a train track or in a tunnel that are gonna collide, like they're gonna hit each other. And that's literally what happened. I had two bright lights on each side of each eye, eyes closed, and this happened very, very quickly. And it was a sudden, like, just the lights went fast, like they zoomed, like they were going towards each other. When they got to the center of my eyes here, as if they like ran into each other, it was an explosion of light. And my eyes were closed. And I have never experienced this before. I wasn't tripping. When this happened, and the explosion inside behind my eyelids happened. It was very bright. It was literally like an explosion of white light behind, in with my eyes closed. As soon as that explosion hit, all of the power on the block went out. It was a very intense reading, and I'm a firm believer. So, with that being said, I do suggest and encourage for you to do your part to try to help in this ascension process, with this solar flare, to try to help us collectively, as humanity, as society, because this is giving us a chance to take advantage of that mass awakening and be able to ascend into the fifth dimension of consciousness in which we are now transitioning. So there are some things that you can do in order to help with this process of elevation. Now, the biggest thing, of course, is going to be raising your vibrational energy. Now, you can do this in different ways. The first thing I want to acknowledge is, like I made that video about energy and frequencies, okay, and the importance of them. Now, with this being said, you want to make sure, if you haven't seen the video, or even if you haven't seen my video, you can find your own video, it doesn't matter, but find the information that resonates with you so that you can do your part, okay? So when you're raising your vibration, some of the basic and fundamental things in that are going to be the energy in which you project, as it will reflect, as well as the energy and the company that you keep, the things that you entertain, relationships that you have. You want to, now is a great time to shed any of the destructive or negative relationships in which you have right now. Take heed to the things that you know about your relationships and the company that you keep and what they stand for and what they bring to the table, so that you can then put everything together and make a healthy and positive decision for yourself. And if you know that there are, things or people in your life in which are not encouraging and uplifting, they're not positive, whether they're destructive, they're criticizing, they're negative, they just have a bad vibe about them, those things this is your time, your cue to go, So you want to be conscious of the thoughts that you think, the things that you think about, the things that you entertain, the thoughts that you entertain, the things that you allow in your life, the people, the entertainment, the habits, all of these things that are right now taking up your energy. It is a good time to self-reflect and to weed out and get rid of the negative things that are lowering your vibration. Keep in mind that everything in life has a vibrational value. Everything. So, from the words, literally the words that you form and that are coming out of your mouth, you want to speak positivity, encouragement, and love out of your mouth, because those are higher frequency vibrations, okay? Therefore, you will then attract those things as well. Again, higher vibrational frequencies. You want to be aware and make sure that the way you carry yourself, the ways that you react, your behaviors, maladaptive behaviors, things that you do out of needing comfort, that can include bad habits, that can include addictions, that can include anything that's not really beneficial, in your life. Those things are ready to be released, and you are ready now to grow out of those things as it is necessary and time for that. If this solar flare is kind of your cue, okay? So again, you want to be aware of all of those things: your environment, your habits, your hobbies, people, surroundings, thoughts, all of the things that you're putting out and that you're allowing yourself to take in. That's my first thing. Now, I have a really good Facebook friend that has been helping me to prepare in this elevation ascension process. As I do feel, I do have a little bit different purpose in actually maybe helping in the process. So he's been helping me to prepare. And in turn, I want to help you guys to prepare in the ways that I weren't aware of. You can learn something from everybody, and everyone has something to learn. So now it's really important that we raise our internal and our physical, spiritual energy in order to rise above the third dimensional world, to raise our vibrations in a way that we will elevate collectively. And what people aren't aware of is that the natural energies of the world, of the earth, of the planet, of the universe, these these natural elements are our biggest energy chargers. So the DNA, you have 12 strands, and this information, like I was saying, is coming from this good friend who's so fucking knowledgeable. It blows my mind. So big ups to you. We definitely appreciate you sharing this knowledge with us. As again, it is so necessary, and you are so appreciated. So, 10 of the 12 strands of DNA are based off of those natural elements that help us to absorb energy. Okay, one thing that you want to make sure of is that you are, again, doing your part, because he made me aware of a few things, like negative people such as narcissists, psychopaths, people who are angry, and those negative, those spirits of negativity that seem to consume people. He says, they are made of bacteria. So you want to make sure that you are being aware and paying attention to the company in which you keep. Not just the way that they act, but them as a person and what their aura or their vibe puts out. Take heed to those things. These people are in search of empaths. They are looking for the highest vibrational beings that they can find, the chosen ones, the star seeds, the indigo children. They're looking for those people specifically because they feed off of your energy. They want to lower your vibration so that they may survive. Okay, now keep in mind that we have not been aware as a society and as a humankind of knowing or being let in on the secret that these set 10 DNA strands are not really accessible, because we are being conditioned to not charge our internal energy. He explained, which makes so much sense. So in the Bible, Christian Bible, when Adam and Eve, they bite the apple, and when they do that, they become suddenly aware, and they become kind of like shamed, and they feel the need to cover themselves up, and that is when sin is introduced, as well as the digression. I've been making up words, y'all, so pick it up. You just gotta go with the flow. When we now have the need to clothe ourselves, it makes so much sense because we get our energy from the sun, from Mother Earth. These things are used to literally charge us as beings and raise our frequencies. Now, that makes so much sense to me because if you know anything about metaphysics, you may know about like crystals and, stones and their healing powers and the abilities that, the Lord gives to nature. And crystals and stones are things in which God creates from the earth. They are not man-made. Well, they can be, but these are things, tools that God gives us to be able to use that put out certain frequencies and energies and vibrations of healing and comfort and all of these things. Okay, so if you know that, or accepting that, the way that you cleanse, purify, and recharge your crystals and your stones are through the sun and the moon. The sun recharges and the moon will cleanse you, right? So, as we are as well, like the crystals and stones, vibrational beings, we are recharged and cleansed by the sun and the moon and Mother Earth. So, it makes sense. We want to begin, especially before the 21st of December, to recharge and to cleanse our energies. Okay? So, other ways that you can do that: focus your energy on good vibrational emotions. So, things that make you feel good inside. Like I said in my energy video, things that make you feel good. So, positive, uplifting emotions, happiness, laughter, peace, being comfortable, feeling safe, feeling secure, good feelings of love and, excitement and all of those things. So in turn, bad emotions are going to lower your frequency. We all have these gifts. That's what I say. Everyone has these spiritual gifts and abilities. But we need to recharge ourselves and cleanse ourselves through nature and Mother Earth and the universe in order to begin to open up those abilities and those, other strands of DNA. Okay? So this is when it gets crazy because I love to learn and this is mind-blowing to me. Now, we are going to be able, by, doing these things, to begin to feel the effects of this recharge. So you'll begin to feel the cellular, frequency and elevation of those frequencies, your cells being charged, and literally begin to feel the magnetic field and energy around you by doing some of these things. He gave me very specific things to share with you guys, okay? So you want to absorb the sun. And you know what? He said, do this 5 to 7 days until you begin to feel the effects. Honestly, I would recommend doing it 5 to 7 days and every day, up into and if not through the 21st of December. So you want to go into the sun. You want to be in nature, whether you go to on top of a mountain, go hiking, whether you have a beach or a lake or, a really nice park where you can have some space and be fully in nature, as much as in nature as possible, basically. Go into nature with as little clothes on as possible. So if you can be in a secluded area where you can get down to the, bare necessities of life, or wear as little clothes as possible. I know right now it's getting cold in some places, so I know this might be hard to do, but you need to do this. You want to get as much sunlight on the trunk of your body as possible. And this makes sense because you want to ground yourself and keep yourself grounded. You can do that through meditation as well as, recharging your energy. But when I think of regrounding, I think of becoming one with the earth, growing your roots not metaphysically, what is the word I'm thinking of? Growing your roots symbolically. I'll just say symbolically. And imagining kind of your soul or your roots going in and merging with the earth, with Mother Earth. Feel yourself begin to release any negativities and anything, that's not serving you any good. Feel yourself release those things, okay? And feel yourself being refilled and recharged with the positive things, okay? And feeling that release. Now, while you're out in the sun, you want to be as unclothed as possible. If you can, definitely take your shoes off. Put your feet in the dirt and in the sun. Yes, they need the sun. We said that already. Put your feet in the fucking grass. Sun is just obviously on my mind. Put your feet in the grass, in the dirt. You want to feel that. You want to connect directly with the earth. You want to meditate while you're doing this. You want to ground yourself and release things as you're doing this. Now, he said after about 3 solid days of absorption, you want to then take a milk bath. You're going to boil together mint, cinnamon, nutmeg, and turmeric. Okay? Now, these things are going to help to open up your pores for better absorption. Now, you're then going to draw your bath. You want to add milk to your bath, and then you are going to take those boiled ingredients and put them into your bath. Okay? Now, again, that is going to help open you up for better absorption, okay, moving forward. Now, he also recommends kelp, iodine supplements, calcium, magnesium, zinc plus D3, and also B complex. He recommends Nature Made brand. Also, you want to eat high frequency, high energy food as much as possible. Okay, you want to eat things that come from the earth, green vegetables, especially things that are sun grown. Okay, those are going to help to recharge, especially water and stuff as well. Now, iodine is going to make the mitochondria larger, which is going to make you a larger source of energy. It's going to make you a larger powerhouse, okay? Just so you guys know, to rebalance your mind, you want to take zinc and sorry if I say it wrong, gluconate, and or picolinate. Sorry, guys. And spirulina. These things are going to help rebalance your mind. And FYI, cure for corona is going to be amoxicillin or augmentin, or the shot that they give you for an STD and that Z-Pack. Okay. Now, these are things that you can get if you, a lot of times, either go and pretend like you have an STD, or maybe you might, or if you act like you have a sinus infection, they're going to give you the antibiotic in order to get rid of that sinus stuff, and you need that if you have corona, okay? So, yeah, I hope that helps. Hope it makes sense. If you have any questions, I can reach out to him and see, if he can clarify on any of that. So you really want to focus your energy. You want to focus on getting as much sun as possible. Focus on eating as much natural fruits and vegetables as possible and drinking as much water as possible. And you want to just be in nature as fucking much as you can. This is going to elevate your energy, add to the collective, as well as add to our ascension process. You can do it. Research, do your research, see what else you can find. to naturally raise your frequencies and vibrations. And if you don't believe me, no need. Do your own fucking research then, guys. That's all I ask. Add to the collective. If you're not adding to, what does Kyrie say here? Taken away from. And until next time.